Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 144. My name is Jason Erpeling. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Varioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and BuyandSellDVC.com.
And today is November 8th, 2023, which means your 11th month window is going to be October 8th, 2024. And the 7th month window is June 8th, 2024. As always, for the DVC rental side of things is DVC-Rental.com. Remember the dash to save the cash.
I haven't said that in a while.
And then we have BuyandSellDVC.com. We are also on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as well. That's under DVC Scott with 2 T's.
Yeah, we've been working on trying to get some more stuff out there for social media, putting out more reels and putting out YouTube shorts and regular YouTube videos. You know, we're trying to stay hip.
I like it. That's what the people want.
Yep.
You got to stay hip.
Got to keep those 7 people happy.
Dude,
the 7 followers. They're growing.
They love this show. And now we're going to start with the buy and sell side of things. And this was a question that was asked, in one of the different discussion places, and it says, would Disney ever allow you to upgrade your resale deed, your resale purchase, from a resale to direct? And people said, it could be an easy money-making opportunity for Disney if they said, this is the cost per point to upgrade your membership. Now, I don't know what benefit you'd be looking for to upgrade your membership.
But there's not much. I was going. It's to be super easy for Disney too. You're right.
I don't know how. I'm sure there's lawyers involved that know the documents for you to snap your fingers. I don't know if that change is allowed.
Maybe you're right. I figured it was something in the back end that they literally, under your membership, is resale wire in, literally change it just like that, and maybe a couple $1,000s more. They couldn't charge too much though, because there's not that many extra benefits that I think most people would want.
Well, they could charge. It depends on how they painted the picture of upgrade of the membership, because
the thing is that people have bought resale already, so they know that there's so much value in resale. Would you want to pay? The people who buy direct might buy poly for $250, but the people who buy resale know you can buy it for $150. You can't sit there and say, "Hey, how would you like to upgrade for $240?" Nobody's gonna do that. They might say, maybe for $5 a point I'll upgrade. Or they know they've paid so much less, that's such a good value. Why would I give it back? There would have to be something there to make it worthwhile. And I don't think there's a lot there right now.
So you've taken me off track. So let's see. So the question was asked, would you upgrade? So I will tell you this. Now, again, I've been involved with countless transactions when it comes to resale, and there are some people. So no, I don't think it's ever going to happen where you're going to be able to pay a difference and upgrade your membership. But if you buy resale and you want to upgrade your membership, you can sell your resale property and then you can buy direct. I've had people come to me and say, "Hey, we ended up, they've had the membership for 10, 12 years. They wanted to buy direct for whatever reason. They bought direct and they say, now we're going to sell this resale property." So, in a way you can do it because you're just looking at the difference. You're going to have to sell this to buy this. But again, like Scott says, if you've been a resale owner for, X amount of years, and you're not able to say, use your points to go on a Disney cruise, you probably are not going to, even if Disney offered you an upgrade, you're probably not going to upgrade so you can use your points to go on a Disney cruise.
Yeah.
I kind of literally lost my my train of thought. But really, if you want to upgrade, you can always, you can sell your resale and then buy direct. Yeah. So that's how you would do the upgrade.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought. I don't know how much anybody would really want to pay to do that. You wouldn't want to pay full price because otherwise you wouldn't have bought resale to begin with. And I've always felt that, resale was such a better value.
Well, you couldn't say, I mean, when you say full price, because everyone that buys resale, every resort has its own market value, so they're all different. So
I was picturing poly as an example.
Okay,
where poly direct is like $250 a point.
Okay.
Right? And on the resale market, looking at maybe like $150 range.
But I mean, they can't. What I'm saying is, so let's say poly, and they said they went to all the poly resale owners. You're saying they would charge $100 per point? Is what you're saying?
No, I was going to say obviously they couldn't charge $100 per point. What number could Disney charge where it would lure somebody to go, okay, I paid $150
I would say
for this.
It would definitely have to be more than 30 a point.
It would be more than 30?
Yeah.
Okay, what values would you?
So I would say it'd have to be more than 30. I would have to. I mean, again, I'm just saying. I'm not talking. I'm saying if Disney were to roll this out, and you're trying to keep the masses, I guess. You can't make everyone happy all the time. We already know that.
And if Disney did this would upset all of the people who bought direct at $250. Going, wait, you're going to go, people who bought $150 now you're going to allow them for $40 to upgrade. So now they've paid $190 and I've paid $250 for the same thing. That's not fair.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Like if you said it was only $2 to upgrade, you're going to. The masses you're gonna make upset are just way too big. So that's what I'm saying. It definitely has to be more than $30 a point. I'm guessing it's going to be less than $60 a point.
I would hope so.
Because like when Disney, I mean, $50 a point. I don't know, and I mean, some people are going to pay it just because. I think some people just say that they own a direct from Disney just to say they own a direct from Disney. It's not tied to one benefit of why they did it. They just want to say that they own.
I think that's why a lot of people buy direct to begin with. They go, there's a resale market out there. I don't even want to look at that. I just want to stick with, I'm buying this from Disney. I know it's coming from Disney, and they don't look into it. But I sit there, you own a 200-point contract, and you go, would you like to upgrade for $60 a point? You go, that's $12,000. What benefit am I getting for $12,000? And I don't know. I don't know how much, again, I own all resale, and some of my contracts have been grandfathered in because I bought them many years ago. And I go, what perks would I really care about that I'd pay to upgrade? And, what is it worth to me? And I go, there's not much out there I could think of. Maybe a discount, the ability to buy the cheaper annual pass. There's what's out there right now that, you want to be a direct owner to pay extra to add on afterwards.
I mean, they would have to lure me in with some type of
not
dessert
their party, not their DVC parties that you can't get into.
It would have to be dessert at. It would have to be some type of dessert to lure me in. Beaches and cream.
Maybe additional perks.
What's their big item? I can't even think of it off the top of my head.
The kitchen sink.
Yes, kitchen sink. Like you start throwing in kitchen sinks.
That's not a bad idea.
But
I like that. I derailed him.
Hopefully that segment made some sense.
I ruined this entire episode.
If for some reason you want to go direct, again, there are people that have sold. Typically, they buy something is going on where there's a resort that let's just say that this family owns resale at X resort. Something's going on at Alani where they're giving out extra incentives, extra points, all this stuff. And these people have been to Alani multiple times and they're like, oh, now I want the 7 to 11 month window there. I want this. And then they buy the direct Alani and then they sell this. Usually the resale isn't Alani, it's something else. And then that's what happens. So, to say that, I can't upgrade, the point of it was that you can upgrade because you have this property that's worth money. You can always sell it, and then you're going to have to pay the difference. Now, if you say, that difference is too great, I'm just saying that the option is there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now we are on to the food review.
Ty, do your thing.
Come here, I'm going to eat you. Get in my belly.
So for today's food review, it's actually my own food review, as I was able to go with my family and my niece to Animal Kingdom, which she's visiting. And I went back for an old favorite. It's a satu'li canteen at Animal Kingdom, which is in the Pandora section. Now, they made a change to one of my favorites, and I got nervous. They have, the bowls there, the create your own bowls. And I always get the base of the rice and the beans. And I always get the roast beef on there. And they've removed the roast beef on the menu, and they replaced it with this smoked chimichurri-based braised beef for $14.49. So it's a smoked chimichurri braised beef topped with crunchy vegetable slaw, boba balls, and served with your choice of base and sauce. I always get the herb sauce that they have. And I love this. This was absolutely amazing. This was always one of my highest scoring quick service restaurants ever. I find that it's very fresh and light tasting and feeling. I really, this is of all quick service restaurants on Disney property, always one of my favorites. And they removed the roast beef. I was really, really nervous. This is better. The beef was unbelievably soft. And to be honest, it's the same exact thing as I got before. So it's the whole same base and everything that I've always had, just the change of the beef. It was better. My niece said she thought that this was possibly the best food item she has ever had anywhere. She was.
How old is the niece?
She is 19.
19. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to say like
she's
7 or something.
No, she's 19, said that this was possibly the best food she has ever had in her life.
Wow, from a 19-year-old.
It was really, really good. Again, 9.6 on this one of my highest scores. The only thing I would ever want out of something like this is maybe just a little bit of a larger portion. That's just because I'm a pig. But otherwise, this was absolutely fantastic. I was nervous, and the beef was soft. The chimichurri, I had so much sauce in there, I couldn't really taste the chimichurri probably too much anyway. But this was just, I was so nervous. This was even better. So highly, highly recommend. This blows away everything out there.
That's fantastic.
I was thrilled. She was thrilled. It's one of those meals that you sit down and like everybody was really happy with it. And it's, again, $14.50 for a nice sit-down meal at Disney is a steal. So this is a great deal and wonderful.
And now we're on to the DVC-Rental side of things.
So it was something we never touched on before. I realized is that we never touched on like really renting points for special occasions. Like for an example, birthday parties or anniversaries, family reunions. My kids now, because we live local, for their birthdays, they want to stay at one of the resorts for a night. And my son's birthday was just a little while ago, and we stayed in one bedroom at Riviera. My other son, his birthday was a 2-bedroom at Bay Lake Tower. Like they pick the resort they want, and then we see how many extra points we kind of have. We'll book a room for one night. And
what time do you guys check in when you do this?
We're local, so we always try to check in early.
How early? How early is early? Like not 2 a.m. or?
We'll typically roll over there around maybe like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And I'll always say something, I always just ask. I never ask for specific rooms or anything. I'll just ask, I'll say, listen, we're only here for one night. If you could possibly try to find us a room that's ready early, I would appreciate it. Just because you don't sit there and you get notified that your room's ready at 5 o'clock at night, and then you spend 4 hours in the room and you're heading to bed already. So I always try to ask for something. I don't care if it's not the best view or whatever it is. I want to be able to get in early so we can enjoy being at the hotel. And
it was it for these birthdays? Was it just your family, or was there friends involved?
This time it was just family. We were thinking of inviting my oldest son's friends, but it was getting too complicated. That we go on a couple people on the reservation, and some people he's got a lot of male and female friends, and then I don't know how much I should go into here, but like a couple of female friends want to know the parents want to know how many boys are going to be there versus how many girls are going to be there to make sure their daughter's not the only girl there, and it started getting a little complicated and just like a little stressful. He's got a couple of really good female friends and a couple of great guy friends, and they all kind of hang out, but it started getting a little complicated and a little stressful, and we just like instead of going and having your friends over, would you prefer to just go to Via Napoli at night? And he loves Via Napoli. So he was like, I choose Via Napoli. So he picked Via Napoli over his friends, which is always a good choice. Nah. But in all honesty, yeah, his friends were supposed to come. It's just like, and some of them have tickets and some of them don't have tickets. So they were going to go to the pool. Like, it just started getting to be a little too much. And just, he was trying to organize it and he was getting stressed out. And just, we got to the point where like, how about we just go to Via Napoli instead? And he was like, I like that decision. But like, I always thought like, it'd be really, really cool to have like a bigger room, a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom, and have like a Super Bowl party over there. And invite a bunch of people over and watch on the big screen, or a New Year's Eve or 4th of July with the fireworks in the background. So like,
I would say, I mean, so we did have so I like Championship Sunday versus the Super Bowl generally.
Okay.
Because you get 2 games, both of those games are home games, and it's just, so we did have a Championship Sunday party one time in a 3-bedroom at Saratoga Springs.
Really? Okay.
I would say, I don't know what year it was, but I do know it was the year that the Jets lost to the Colts in the AFC Championship, and it was the year that
I had to throw that in.
the Saints beat whatever team Brett Favre was playing for. It must have been the Vikings. So there was that Sunday of Saints, Vikings, and Jets, Colts.
Okay.
3-bedroom Saratoga Springs Championship Sunday party.
Oh, that must be a lot of fun.
Yeah. So yes, I recommend it.
Yes, I think that's something that'd be a lot of fun also. I mean, I know like this, I mentioned on here, it doesn't have anything, a ton of stuff to do with this, but I know like also like we've helped host sports tournaments down here. Where like we hosted a basketball team. There's a big basketball championship down here, and we hosted like I don't know. We had like 20 rooms or something at Saratoga Springs for people who were all coming down for this sports tournament. Just I figured instead of just vacation stuff, it might be kind of cool to just address that, like even for like a one-night stay, just specifically for a sporting event, for something with golf. I'm not a big golf guy, but I'm sure you got a couple of your guy friends together and you're watching the Masters or watching something like that. Could be a lot of fun to do, But you get bachelor parties that come down, and some bachelorette parties. I picture there's a lot of fun stuff that could be had with just a bunch of guys or a bunch of girls who just sitting there and just not even doing the parks, just kind of like hanging out for specific events and enjoying the resort and the room itself. So a lot of cool options that a lot of times don't even get mentioned at Disney. You automatically think family vacation, you forget about football games or golf or all sorts of cool stuff like that too. Bachelor.
You got to read the last one too.
Well, so that was the
Did you read the New Year's Eve or 4th of July? Did you say?
Well, I mentioned the New Year's Eve, 4th of July, and that's when you had jumped in
Okay.
and did the Saratoga Springs. I was saying that'd be cool to sit there and just have someone you can watch the fireworks from, like a Bay Lake Tower, Grand Floridian or Polynesian, where you could sit there on the beach or from your room and just avoid all the crowds and just sit and watch the fireworks that people have lined up for the whole day to do. I mean, like especially New Year's Eve, like people get to Magic Kingdom on New Year's Eve at rope drop, and they'll sit in front of the castle and they'll wait there the entire day so that they've got the best view of for the fireworks at night. But you can sit there and have a room at Bay Lake Tower, do whatever you want the whole day, and then just sit in the comfort of your room and watch the fireworks from outside while they pump the music in through the TVs. So a lot of cool options.
Now I was going to mention this in a future episode, but I do have to say. So we had a reservation booked at Vero Beach for January 1st through January 5th, right? And then the December 31st was always booked. But we
Yeah.
And then I logged in one day. All of a sudden, it was available.
Party gay.
So now December 31st, Vero Beach. Now, of course,
Partying with the sea turtles.
We're not.
So wow, man.
Because according to they have a DJ. They have all this stuff. They jump in the pool at midnight.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I've heard that.
Their characters are out there, but we're not. Now, again, of course, I'm sure everything can change every year. It could rain that day, whatever. So we're not trying to get too excited, but that could be the new family tradition there. Because the kids will love it, especially if their characters are there. So, but I don't know if I might need a nap from like 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. But luckily at Vero Beach, the the nap is like it's like 10 feet away from the pool. It's very close. So
There you go.
I don't have to worry.
At 9 o'clock, you can find Jason lying in the hammocks. By noon, he'll have the hat on and he'll be dancing by the pool, drinking and partying. Just
So, yeah.
don't wake up him while he's slumbering in the hammock.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, because my wife's birthday is in March, so usually like our trip around spring break, like we celebrate her birthday, and then we usually go on a trip the first week after school. I think that's to celebrate that we survived another school year. And
When are they starting the renovations on the pool at Vero?
January 8th.
Okay, so they are waiting till after New Year's to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, it just hit me. I was
I
like,
could be the
"Ooh."
first one down excuse me. I mean, I'm there January 4th, but it's like I'm going to be the last one down the water side before the renovation. And then I will tell you, I also have a reservation there March 21st, 22nd. The pool probably won't be done, but if it is done, I can be one of the first people
To report in,
down
take
to
live
this.
video.
Live video, Vero Beach, renovation.
Waiting for it to open. They're taking the construction stuff down. Jason's standing at the little gate waiting to badge himself in.
I might have to get a hard hat and just sneak in. No, I would never do that.
All right.
So
Then we're
that's
good.
definitely. You got the birthdays, you got you got anniversaries, you got all sorts of things to celebrate.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hit the like button and leave us a comment.
Yep. Thanks so much. We appreciate you always walking. Again, definitely as Jason just said, leave the comments on there. We love reading your comments. So thank you. Have a great day.